Trains, trucks, and good old country music with the Yankee and the Brit on RTM Radio.
Yankee and the Brit on a Friday night. Doing some country this Friday night. Yay, us. There, that's better. So, how is everybody? Nice to see you guys hanging out with us on a country Friday night. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Nitwits over here doing our thing for you. Mr. Joe, sir, how are you?
Hey, Joseph Graham is in the chat room from the Hillbilly Express. Deborah's here. Bunko Leo Leo. Ho, ho.
Hey, Joe, stick
right
that link
here.
in my chat again, will you?
Deborah's here. I think it's in that thingy chat, but it's a bit up somewhere.
I know. I'd have to scroll back like forever to find it. You know how that friggin' scroll thing works.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Deborah.
The scroll thing.
Nice to see you there, good looking.
What you
Hola,
got
señorita,
cooking?
¿cómo está? That'll blow her mind. What did he say? And Sandy Fisheye, what's going on? Hi.
Ken Jones, RTM Radio's very own Kiwi, is in the chat room.
Hello, Kiwi.
Dave Summers is in the house.
And Sandai, the fisheye, enjoying her porch time. I saw that picture.
Yes, she
Having yourself a
is.
good old time. Well, I can't. Now it's beautiful outside. Now we should have canceled the show and sat out on the porch.
Shall we?
It's the
Shall we
first
just
time
go
it's
and
been
sit there
below
and
100 in friggin' weeks. It's
I guess
beautiful.
we can just bang on some tunes and leave these lot to
All right, I'll put it on
chat.
autopilot. That'll fix it.
Yes, sir. So, we have a country Friday night tonight. We normally do rock. You guys normally rock out with your cocks out. But...
And tonight we're going to
Mouth-
put the cunt in country.
Mouth Almighty has requested a whole night of tunes. And
Well,
boy,
not all night, but I
she-
got all the ones she asked for.
she did not disappoint. Randy has been jamming his little arsehole off over here.
I had
the
me an
afternoon.
80s jam fest earlier, and I just couldn't stop.
did.
I missed my news. I missed my nap.
He was like Pringles, you know, once you stop, you can't stop. YouTube is so much like that because you just click on the next one and the next one and the next one, and then you're
Like eating
"Oh."
cashews, man. You just got to have one after another. Mr. Dave,
Look at
seriously?
Dave with his demands already.
I didn't
He's
even expect to see you
he
here.
is such a brat. Hold on, wait.
Oh, come on. I can play that anytime.
I know, but it's the Larry clock going off on the wall.
How are you, Mr.
Making
Dave?
a right mess.
Are you doing all right? Everything okay? Very, very sorry about Lumpy.
Yes.
It's a terrible thing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I dread the day that my parents go. I don't even know what life is going to be like without them. I just have no words. Seriously. And that's probably why I haven't said anything yet, because I just don't have any words for that kind of thing. So, bless you. Sorry to hear such bad news.
Math Almighty has just come in the chat room. It's about time you've shown up to your own party. You're like 9 minutes late and you didn't even have a late note or anything. It's terrible, isn't it?
It's very terrible. But hello, Christine.
Late for her own party.
What did he say? I've never been anyone's very own before.
I said our very... Ken said... I said he's
Oh,
our
that's right,
very
you did.
own RTM Radio's Network's Kiwi.
I get that. Okay, you talk a minute while I figure this out over here.
All right, then. Let's do this talky thing.
You seem to be doing plenty of it. Go ahead.
I know.
Let me stop you now.
Oh, my life of being over the top. So, Gats is coming up very soon. Who is going? I want to know who's going and what they're doing when they get there. Because we didn't know what to do when we got there last time, did we? We were wandering around and...
That was about all we did.
Yeah.
I'm not a big truck show participant because, been there, done that. And there's some very cool trucks, okay? Don't get me wrong. They're awesome. Some are just fantastic, and I would go back to driving in a minute if somebody put me in something like some of those show trucks. But that ain't going to happen.
38,000?
I just can't see, though, just standing around looking at truck things. Holy shit, really?
38. I'll just interrupt what we're talking about.
Not a problem. You usually do anyways.
Yes. 38,483 views on Joe's video. He posted up a video about where this guy was parking. And
Well, the guy was a knob, for God's sake. What the fuck is he thinking? He's not the only goddamn one, just like everybody else. You're not the only ones on the friggin' highway, you know? I mean, share the road. Think about things when you do it. It's not that complicated of a process. It just becomes rote after a while, you know? You just look around and it's like, well, I shouldn't park here. God, how's anybody going to get out of here if they do this? Or how's anybody going to get around if I park here? You know, and you knobs that take up 2 and 3 spaces. I mean, seriously, you know, move over, stay out of the way. You want a good image in truck driving? Show respect. Get out of the way, move out of people's ways. I know. You're all going to whine that, well, fuck them, it's not the way it should be, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You want to make them like you? You got to kiss their ass, just like any other job. It doesn't matter. You got to be the nice guy. You got to stop and let people in and out of traffic. Don't cut them off. You know, when you make your right turns, learn how to block your lane so that people don't drive up beside you, and then they think you're the idiot, even though they're the ones that get smashed. You know, just think a little bit. It's not that complicated of a process. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's all you're supposed to be doing when you're driving, is drive. Think about driving. Keep your eyes on the road and your mind on your load, and everything will be fine. You know, put the phone down, singing, sipping a cup of coffee, that's one thing. But god damn, guys, fucking get a grip. What is the matter with you? It's ridiculous. I freaking had in fact, here, let me tell you a story while I got your attention. I don't like to do this, all right? And I bitch about doing it. And I always say, you need to call and turn them in, blah, blah, blah. And I hesitate sometimes because, you know, when you really think deep about it, it's a man's job, it's a man's career, it's his life. Is he feeding a family? Is he a lowlife? Is he a douchebag? But I turned a guy in this week. Was it the beginning of the week?
Yeah, around about.
I turned this guy in, all right? This R&L driver, and I'm not afraid to say who it is anyways, this R&L driver, we were in Anna, by the truck stop over there, and there's a Love's over there, there's a Flying J over there, Huddle House, Carl's is in Love's. But anyways, we went to the Subway. It's in a little plaza next to the Flying J. And this R&L truck comes in, and he goes blowing in between the buildings and parks out back, right? I seen him drive in. I seen who the guy was. Well, I seen him come walking up through the buildings, and he went into the liquor store next door, and he comes out with his little brown bag, right? Okay, you know where I'm going with this now. He comes into Subway, goes in, uses the bathroom, must have had a good dump. I thought maybe he was in there drinking out of his bottle or something. But he came out of the bathroom with the bag still in his hand, got his dinner, whatever, and he left. And while he was standing there, Donna grabbed a picture of him with a paper bag in his hand. So I sent a message to R&L Safety, and it took me 15 minutes to find their friggin' an email and a place to contact them. It's such a big friggin' operation. And I told them what happened, and the safety man emailed me back. It says, I need some more information, blah, blah, blah. I had everything, the exact time. He wanted the picture. I sent him all that stuff. So I don't know what's going on now, but he said they were going to handle it. So, you know, I hate putting a man's career in jeopardy like that. But, man, fucking, you know what the rules are about having alcohol in the truck, for starters. Now, what the guy did after he left, who knows? You know, was he drinking it on the road? Was he just taking it home?
He might have been drinking it in the toilet. I mean, we expected to find an empty bottle in the toilet because he was in there long enough. You know,
was he taking the stuff home, though? Was he, what was he doing with it? We don't know after that point. But you know what the rules are about having alcohol in the truck. Not a good thing. And I wasn't impressed. How many fucking people die as it is because of stupidity? So I said, you know what? This is one of the ones, man. I'm going to do it because I just can't have that shit, you know. And a lot of people talk about it, how bad things are and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, if you're not going to do something about it, shut up. So I decided this is one of those ones I'm just going to have to turn the guy in, or at least tell him about it, because I just can't see it.
You couldn't really do anything about it that night. I mean, they didn't respond back to you till the next day, but you know, you could have you could have helped that driver. You know, the driver could have been having a lot of problems where he felt like he needed to be drinking all the time. You don't know. I mean, we don't know what his life is. We don't know what his background is. And he might have been buying that bottle for somebody else, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, Randy's possibly saved a potential accident, saved lives, you know, for doing what he did. And it doesn't always hurt, you know, if the guy's got nothing to hide in his being completely innocent, you know, he could have been buying that bottle for his dad or something, you know. If it's completely innocent, he's got absolutely nothing to worry about.
But the law says it doesn't matter, you know, and if he got stopped in a DOT, he'd get even worse probably than maybe a safety guy will do. Maybe a safety guy won't do anything but, you know, chew his ass out. I don't know. I don't know what kind of rapport the guy has with the company. Has he been there a long time, a short time? You know, is he a gazillion-mile driver? Who knows? But you just got to stop. You got to stop it somewhere. And this ain't the day and age for that shit anymore. It's getting way out of control. And I'm just not against doing it anymore, you know. Some of the stupid shit I see is just beyond belief. You know, you young guys, man, you're not in a fucking hot rod. You're not in a car. You can't just change lanes and jump off of exits and come out of exits. And, you know, you got to know how it works. I could go on and on, but I've been waiting to tell you guys what an asshole this guy was to be walking around with a bottle of booze and a paper bag with him. I mean, you know, he should have, if he came out of a liquor store, if he wanted to do anything, he should have just took it right back to his truck, stuck it inside his shirt or something. He was very open about it. So, you know, hey, that's it.
Well, we was just talking in the chat room, husband, while you've been babbling on.
Oh, I know. Well, I needed to get that off my chest because it's bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
And Ken is right. You know, go park up, get in the car, and then go buy the booze. That's how it should be done. When you get done with the truck and you get out of the truck to go home, stop and get your liquor. If you need to buy liquor while you're in the truck, you probably have a drinking problem. Okay, enough said. End of story. Carry on.
So yes, reporting him could actually possibly help that guy. You know, he might have just needed a bit of help. You know, it can be a lonely world out there. You know, as probably you guys know.
It's very lonely. It's terrible sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's not the answer.
No, it's not. It's not. So, you know, maybe you got him some help that he possibly needed, or stopped him from having a really bad accident, or, you know, you possibly saved lives by reporting him. You know, reporting someone's not always a bad thing or being a grass. You know, you sometimes you just
but
have to do
it
what
could
you
be
have
the
to
man's
do.
family, his career, his life. He may not be able to drive ever again.
Yes.
Who knows? You know, and maybe he's not a bad guy, but I only know what I see. That's all I got to go on.
So we were just talking in the chat room about August the 24th. You know, we was going to have a bit of a bozo show. I think it will be 5 years since his death. And we was going to do a show this year, but we just haven't managed to get the stuff. You know, we've been trying to get to sound clips off CDs and things, and we've just not been able to. We've just had no luck getting them. But if anybody can pull off a show, it is the Yankee and the Brit. Joe has said that we can have that Wednesday night to do that show. So let's do it. Celebrate these lives.
All right.
What do you reckon, husband? I said, what do you reckon, husband?
I don't reckon it. I'm still reading Dave's
all right,
and catching up over here. Sorry. Got a lot going on. That's why I asked you to talk, and you do it so well.
4 years, Dave said.
Oh, does that itch? Damn. Okay, now, where were we? We got a bunch of songs lined up. Some great tunage from Christine sent us a big list. So,
yes.
Like it says, brought to you in part by Christine
And
Lewis.
Almighty, Randy cooked up a treat especially for you. Haven't you, husband? Say yes.
Dave says I have to call Daddy now for advice and a loan.
And he was calling you Daddy Randy.
Oh, jeez, back off. Should we play that now?
Yeah, play this. This is for Math Almighty. Randy sung this especially for you. It's right off your list of requests.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not. I just came across it.
Oh, so she know. Oh, I thought that was in her list.
No.
All right, then. It wasn't for you. Forget that I said that song was for you. It's not for you. We have no treats for Math Almighty.
God. Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. Country Night on Friday.
You're listening to Randy and Donna on the Yankee and the Brit Show.
Dirks Bentley, somewhere on a beach. Yankee and the Brit.
Look who has come in the chat room. Spreaker Daddy Rick.
Well, hello, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Chris asked me for the link. I thought he was coming by, but I don't see him.
Yeah, where is he?
Oh, I don't know.
He says he's been waiting for us all week and then he doesn't show up.
Might be sitting in the background going, oh, yeah, fucking country.
Yeah, probably.
Don't know where Larry is. Probably can't get a hold of him if he ain't. I don't know. I have no clue.
So Thomas says he is Rat because his handle on the Channel 19 app is Desert Rat. I want to know why you are Desert Rat. Tell us now. Because I live in Albuquerque.
He just told you.
He says, because I live in Albuquerque. out in the
rat
desert.
for short, for desert rat.
Ah. Where the flip is Larry, Marv says.
Not to be confused with an army brat.
I've just messaged him on Facebook. I think we should plug in the phone into the show and call Larry live and find out what he's up to. What do you reckon, husband?
You do what you want to do.
Let's do it now.
I'm going to go over here and play another tune while you try.
Oh, I'll be... you don't need to play a tune.
Well, you know, right in the middle of everything, you got to do that shit.
Yes.
Can't you do it timely? In
Okay,
a timely manner?
The phone is calling.
I don't hear anything. This is United States calling. Are we reaching?
Avon calling.
Oh. Larry.
Larry.
Are you there?
Larry.
Are you there?
Larry.
I don't think he is. I bet he's got female company.
He better not. Not without telling me.
I bet he does. Marty's there. No?
80 years old. I think you'd know by now how to answer the phone.
All right, here's one off of Christine's
he's a
playlist.
letdown, isn't he?
Waiting on a Woman and Brad Paisley. Playlist. Waiting on a Woman and Brad Paisley. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Network. Mr. Dave.
Mr. Randy.
Hello, sir.
Danny Randy.
I did not expect to hear from you today.
Well, now, a lot of people have asked and wonder what the hell's going on with my mom. Well, sadly, Wednesday evening at about 10:30 p.m., I get a call from my cousin Carla, who is very close to my mom, and we don't know what happened. We didn't request an autopsy. We are assuming, Mom's been in the hospital. Actually, she went in the hospital the day I got on the ship to go to Alaska.
That's right.
And she had 2 blood clots in her legs. We did not request an autopsy, but we are thinking she had a massive heart attack.
Well, didn't she come home once? Didn't she come home once from the hospital in between there?
Yeah, she was home. She died in the kitchen floor.
No, I mean when she was in the hospital, when you went on that cruise, she was home after that, right, for a while?
Yeah, she came home. She was home. I went and saw her in the hospital and down there in Cincinnati. Literally, we got home 4th of July weekend, so I went down and saw her. I think it was Saturday. I don't remember what day that was. That may have been July 3rd or 4th. I don't remember. But I went down and saw Mom, and she was in great spirits. She looked good. Of course, when you're in the hospital, who looks good? But she had already had her. She had been going through rehab because she had a knee replacement, and then she got home. And Wednesday night, I get a call. I mean, I did not expect this. That's why I posted on Facebook. I'm in total shock. And yeah, my Uncle Carl Dawkins Jr., big time, he was big American Bandstand 50s singer. He called her that morning and, basically, hey, Sharon, I'm going to Walgreens, I'm going to Kroger, basic everyday errands. You call a family member and say, thank you, Randy, saying, hey, Mom, I'm going up to the store. I'm going into town to get some shit. You need anything?
Yeah.
Typical
family stuff.
Yeah. Girl called. She didn't answer the phone. So we called back later that evening, and she didn't answer the phone. And he lives literally, 30 or 40 condos down away from where Mom lived. So he told my Aunt Jan, he said, hey, I'm going down to check on Sharon. It's not normal for me to call 2 or 3 times a day and her not answer. He went down, he found her dead on the kitchen floor.
Oh, it's terrible.
So we're assuming either one of the blood clots that was in the leg got loose, went straight up to the heart, or she had a fatal heart attack. And the great thing is, it was fatal. It was quick.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you thought maybe the knee operation had anything to do with it.
No, the knee operation was done long before she had this heart. When she went in the hospital in July or late June, she had basically she was in congestive heart failure. And unfortunately, when you get congestive heart failure, you don't know when you live day to day. You live hour to hour.
Yeah, sure do.
Minute to minute. I mean, but that's basically what happened. I've kept that sort of quiet. I ain't made that really a post on Facebook, but yeah, it was sudden. I hope it was sudden. I hope she did not lay there for several hours and suffer. But it was. It from what my brothers and I can get out of this, and what the coroner has told, or not the coroner, but what the funeral home and the police have said is, it appears it was fatal.
Well, we're very sorry to hear it.
And unfortunately, if you got to go, that's the way to go.
Yes.
I prefer in my sleep.
Well, we all want to die in our sleep. We all want to die in our sleep, but it's obvious that Mom had gotten up. She's got a Keurig. She had the coffee. The coffee maker was full of coffee. Her glass was up there. Her coffee mug was up there. It was empty. She had her little walker that she had that helped her get around the house. And she literally collapsed right into the kitchen cabinets.
How far away from you does she live?
About 45 minutes.
Like I said, I just dread that day. I don't even know what to think. I try not to think about it.
Randy, when I got that call, I'm close to my cousins. I don't talk to them on a daily basis. I don't talk to them on a weekly basis. I don't talk to them on a monthly basis. I got a call Wednesday night at 10:30, and the phone said, Carla. I said, oh, shit.
Yeah, you
this
just
ain't
knew.
good. Carla doesn't call me unless it's, Mom's in the hospital. And that's what I thought. I answered the phone. I said, what's wrong, Carla? She was bawling. I knew right then what had happened.
Terrible.
So, Lumpy and Bozo are now reunited.
That's the good way to look at it, I guess.
And what's crazy, Randy, is I was at the hospital. I went and saw her when we got back from Alaska, the cruise. I said, hey, Mom, how you doing? She's like, fine. She's like, I don't think, she said, I think I'm going to beat your father. I'm going to not outlive your father. I said, oh, Mom, come on. But my mom had been battling health issues. She's been a diabetic for, 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah, well, she became a diabetic with her first child, which was Brian. So you got to go back to, Brian is basically 6 years younger than me. I'll be 50 next. Brian will basically be 49 in June. So, basically 20, since she's been 20 years old, she became a diabetic when she had birth with him. So she's been a diabetic for many, many years, basically 49 years. And she's had health issues all of her life. But it just, we didn't expect it. It was sudden. The family's just devastated. Because she was doing so well. She was, I talked to her, my God, the wife and I talked to her a week and a half ago. We're like, hey, Mom. She's like, yeah, I think I want to do that 2018 cruise. So we booked her on it. She was all set to go, and she was excited.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned, I don't know, if it was on here or on a post where you'd talked to her not too long ago.
No, I just talked to her. God bless his heart, Hollywood. Hollywood doesn't get online very much. He's not a Facebooker.
Bless him.
And I called him today, and he just fell apart. I felt so bad for that poor guy.
Well, I live right here where Mom and Pop are, so I just have this gut feeling I'm going to be the one to walk over there and find one or both of them or something going one of these days.
Well, unfortunately, Randy, my dad, I went to my grandfather's funeral back in the early to mid-'80s, and my dad looked at me and said, son, the older you get, the more you're going to have to deal with this. And, of course, I was 17 years old. I was immune. But now, no, I've literally, I buried my grandfather this past February. Unfortunately for him, he lived to be 94. But I lost my dad at 69. I've lost my mom at 68. And I lost my biological mom at the age of 45. So, yeah, I have no remaining grandparents left.
So how does does that make you think about you now?
Well, Randy, if you think about your future, I mean, you think, my God. I mean, thank God for medical technology. Thank God for drugs. But yeah, you think about it. I mean, I'll be 50 next June.
Easy, big fella. It's not that bad.
My grandfather died at 67. Fortunately for me, my grandfather on my biological mother's side, he lived to be 94, and my grandmother lived to be 89. So I hope I picked up that part of the gene pool.
Do you have anything, any kind of, cholesterol, any kind of thing like that even comes close to?
No, I'm on cholesterol medication. I'm on high blood pressure. I'm on diabetes medication. Yeah, no, it's taking time bomb.
Oh, fuck.
No, I mean, it's...
Why did I have to become friends with you? Another one that's going to die and leave us all here.
No, it's hey, I enjoy life, and I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. I'm not going to look back. If I only live till tomorrow, I could say, I don't have no regrets.
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, it's comfortable. That's comfortable to live with.
No, one thing I can say, if I have a feeling that Mom suddenly passed. She was dead before she hit the floor. That's all I can say. I can be blessed for that. And for anybody that's going to die suddenly, my mom didn't lay in bed. The great thing is my mom didn't have cancer. She didn't lay there and suffer for 2 years, going through chemotherapy, radiation.
I agree.
I can be grateful that, what happened to her, it was sudden. It was instant. I don't want, nobody should have to suffer, especially in times of life.
That's, yeah.
If you're going to die, just die.
You make it sound so easy.
Why suffer? Just die.
Well, that's what I was saying, go to bed and just not get up again.
Exactly. Go to sleep, die in your sleep.
What are you going to know? Nothing.
I'd
like to think that
Dad chose to die. He died in hospice care. He chose that. Dad would probably still be alive today if he didn't choose that, but he chose to die. He said, I don't want to live anymore. And he told Mom, he said, put me in hospice care. You probably don't know this story, but he did.
I think a lot of people obviously know when it's coming, more so than we think.
Dad chose he didn't want to be on this earth anymore, and Dad refused. They wanted him to go through rehab. Dad, when he fell, he broke his back. And they wanted him to do rehab. He tried it. He said, you know what, I can't do this shit no more. Clock me out. Click my time clock, put me in hospice care, and let me die. And Mom looked at him and said, are you sure? He said, Sharon, I want to die. I don't want to live on this earth anymore. I'm done. She put him in hospice care. They medicated him. And 5 days later, he was dead.
Well, if he's happy with the choice, how could anybody else not be? I mean, you know, as an adult and a human, I think he should be free to just choose that without complication.
No, and what's sad is, Mom and I have discussed it, and she had some guilt over that, because she's told me, she's like, I shouldn't have done that, you know. I should have stayed strong, but that's what he wanted to do.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
So why would you argue with that?
Well, Dad, financially, Dad had Mom set for life. And that's all he cared. He's like, Sharon, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You're set for life. You know. She was set for life, but we were absolutely shocked Wednesday when we got the call that we lost Mom. I didn't expect it. I really didn't.
I didn't think you did. I mean, I don't think anybody did. That was
no,
quick.
I never expected. You know, my dad lived to be 69, and my mom lived to be 68. Or she would have actually been 68, I think, this November. Yeah, she'd have been 68 this year.
You know,
I never expected it. But when she looked at me in the hospital a month ago and said, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can outlive him. But see, my mom was a fighter. Dad wasn't a fighter. Dad just gave up.
Well, did he give up or just decide he did his share and that's it?
Well, yeah, he did. He gave up.
You know, I worry more about people like Larry and my dad and people in their, you know, mid to late 80s. I worry, you know, Larry's 80 now. Dad's 84.
Oh, no.
I worry about those kind of people more than I would of your mom ever.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's what I mean. Larry, God bless his heart. I love the poor guy to death. I mean, I've been friends with Larry, we got to be pushing close to 20 years.
Longer than dirt.
And what'd you say, Randy?
Longer than dirt.
Well, not longer than dirt. Dirt's only been around quite a while, but no, Larry's like, you know, he's like the brother, or we call him Uncle Larry. He's like the uncle I never had, and yeah, that'll be a tough day when I lose Larry. But Larry, God bless his heart, he's 80 years old.
And still chomping at the bit.
Oh, yeah, no, the guy, ain't a damn thing wrong with him. He just needs a little WD-40 on some of the joints. That's what I told him about. I was like, Larry, just tell the doctor, put a little incision in there, spray some WD-40 in there, and then joints will still work.
I got a feeling that's why we haven't heard from him. He's getting his joints lubed.
Oh, God. He ain't lubing that joint. But no, God bless his heart. The guy, he's actually for Larry, he's in great health for his age. For 80 years old, he's in great health.
I know.
He's going to be the guy that's going to outlive us all. Watch.
Oh, man, that's all I need.
Imagine this. Larry, in 15 years, he'll be 95. You'll be what, 71?
Larry
and I will be, God, 64?
Larry will still be coming around giving us gold stars.
Larry will be like, where's the RTM radio network?
They died years ago, Larry. Where have you been?
Yeah, we're all 6 feet under. Larry's looking up RTM.
Larry will be playing the rock out with your cock out.
No, God bless his heart. The guy just keeps on going. He's like the Energizer Bunny. They said, somebody called me tonight, and he's like, he asked me, he's like, about a cruise. He said, well, what do you do with Larry? I said, Larry just tugs on a little coattail. Anytime we go on a cruise, Larry's right there behind us. You look back, and he'll say, I'm coming.
You're too much.
No, we've had a wonder, you know, and I gotta thank everybody. Oh my God. I got to thank everybody on Facebook, all my Facebook friends, my family, my cruising family. Oh, my God. Thank you for all the comments, condolences. I can't thank you guys enough for that. It's been great. it's just been wonderful.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff. I'm usually the type, and I think Donna's pretty much the same way. We don't say anything till after it's passed and everybody's kind of got a grip on things again. I don't like to get in the middle of those kind of things because I don't want anybody to do that to me. When Mom and Pop go, I want to be left alone until I'm ready.
I understand that. There are people on Facebook that they post dramatic posts and their life sucks, and you see, I don't comment a lot on posts, and I understand. I exactly understand that because I don't want to get drug into that frickin' drama.
Yeah, not when it's personal like that.
You see, I'm of the thinking that why the hell post it on Facebook? I tell you, if somebody dies in my family, you probably won't even know about it because that's the way I am. But I totally understand why you post it on Facebook because when somebody dies, it affects the close friends and people that know them, and your dad and your mum, they knew so many people that it's only right that you post it on Facebook, and it's only right that people should know, and they people grieve in their own way, even if it's not the same kind of relationship as you had with your parents, they still grieve in their own little way, so it's only right.
Exactly, Donna. My dad was a public figure. Randy knows that. Most of the truck drivers know that, and my mom wasn't really a public figure, but in the later years, when Dad got to Sirius XM, he sort of made her part of that show, and the truck drivers know who Lumpy is. You can't deny that. They know, hey, Lumpy is Bozo's wife.
He talked about her
Lumpy
a lot.
got that name because, she used to beat him over the head with a skillet. So we're trying to figure out how we can cremate a skillet. I don't think we can do it.
Well, there was a bit of a request to stick that on the bloody cruise T-shirt. Well, let me tell you, I had a request for that today.
Well, I'll get with you guys. We need to put something together. But yeah, the 2018 Truckers Cruise, the first leg of it, we're going to make that more of a memorial to. For the second time for Dad, and then Lumpy, Mom. That'll be the Truckers 2018 cruise. I want you guys to put the shirt together. But like I said, we got time. We got time to work on a design. For right now, let's just get 2017 under our belt. We got a whole another year to work on that.
Yes, and we have a show to prepare for the 24th of August. So you got to get your thinking cap on, Mr. Dave. And, there might be some people that can call in, you have quite a few contacts, I'm sure.
Well, I just want to thank all the drivers. I want to thank all the drivers. They've been so good to me. And I was thinking like tonight, anybody ever tried to come after Dave Summers, all I got to do is post on Facebook, and I got 5,000 drivers coming. I got 5,000 bodyguards.
There you go.
If not more.
Well, you can always call us.
That's what's great.
Well, I'm glad you filled us in on that. I hope it helped just a little bit, just chatting about it.
No, Randy, it's great. I probably won't be on Sunday night, so we'll just make this the Sunday night show. I ain't got really much to talk about on cruising on Sunday anyway.
You never do.
No, I know I never do now. But it's Tuesday night in Mueller Funeral Home on Tylersville Road, Mason, Ohio. If anybody wants to show up, they're more than welcome. If you don't show up, that's okay. I understand. But I don't know what else to tell you guys.
That's plenty. I think you've said enough. Like I said, I didn't even expect to hear from you until, another week or two yet.
No, Randy, no, I can't. I got to thank the drivers. I got to thank all my friends and my cruising family. I mean, I've posted it, and you all have been so good to us. everybody. It's, y'all needed to hear it right from the horse's mouth. But
Well,
that's what it was.
Thank you very much. Yeah, well, that's why I said I had no clue that we'd even hear from you. I'm just amazed that you're, strong enough to even come on and talk about it right at this moment, being so soon.
Randy, it's, Wednesday night, I was shocked. I absolutely stunned. I had yesterday to live on it, and then today I went down to mom's house and met with my brother, and we started talking business, and it is what it is. I mean, it's, the arrangements are done, everything's set, and we'll just go from there.
Well, if you're all right with it, I guess everybody else will be all right with it.
All right, guys.
Well, thank you for sharing all that. I
So
appreciate that.
is there any song that we can play tonight, Mr. Dave?
Tip It On Back by Cotton Box Road.
I meant for your mum.
Huh?
I meant for your mum, not for you.
I don't think Mom really had a favorite song. I don't know if you can find this. Randy might be able to. Go to YouTube. Look up Carl Dopkins Jr.
Carl Dopkins.
Yeah.
Jr.
My heart is an open book.
My heart is an open book. That is my Uncle Carl. He is the one that found my mother.
All right.
That is my mother's brother-in-law.
Done deal.
All right, we're going to get this on for Mr. Dave, and we'll say goodbye to you.
Say bye to me.
Bye to me.
Love you guys.
Don't believe all those lies, darling, just believe your eyes and look. My heart is an...
Right now, I'm drunk on a plane.
Dirks Bentley, Drunk on a Plane. Yankee and Brit, the RTM Radio Network.
The biggest brat of RTM Radio.
That would be correct.
That'd be Dave.
Bless your soul,
Wayne
my little brat.
Summers.
I'm not sure if this is a request or not, but I'm going to play it anyways. Jimmy Buffett.
I want to ask you guys something quick. I'm going to interrupt the husband as I normally like to. When somebody posts on your Facebook, is anybody noticing that the posts are like when someone posts on your wall, that you're finding the post miles and miles and miles down? Randy posted on my wall earlier, and it come up at the top pretty much straight away. However, Sherry Schmidhead, however, like the weatherman says, Sherry Schmidhead just posted on my wall, and I had to scroll down. She posted on my wall maybe 5 minutes ago, and I had to scroll down my page and scroll down to maybe 2 days ago's posts. And then I saw Sherry Schmidhead's post, and I also saw Randy's post that he posted on my wall earlier. So that's been bumped all the way down my newsfeed, and I've tried to get it to stay at the top, in order in which people post on your wall and stuff. And it happens on Randy's wall as well, I'll post something on his wall and he doesn't see it because it's miles and miles down the road. And I just wondered whether anybody miles down his page, should I say. So I just wondered, is anybody else having the same issue, or is it just the Bradleys that have issues? I mean, boy, we've got issues, but bloody hell. Anyway, play your song and I'll see what the chatters have to say.
Jimmy Buffett, come Monday. I think this is a request for the Yankee and the Brit.
Heading out to San Francisco.
Oh, the poop shooting boogie with the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. 8:25 on a Friday night over here, just jamming our little booties off, having a good time.
And we are playing country tonight. Hey, let's say hello to Cheryl.
Hello, Cheryl.
Beautiful lady Cheryl.
Which
well,
one?
2 beautiful Cheryls in the chat room tonight.
You mean Cheryl, our lovely Cheryl?
Yeah, both of the
Or our lovely Cheryl?
lorry driver.
Which
Cheryl?
Cheryl, yes. Cheryl, the Transport
The one that wears
America
the cool
Cheryl.
hat. Look at the one in the cool hat at the very top of the chat.
Wow, what?
Say hello to that, Cheryl.
I did hello already, Cheryl. Got that cowboy hat going.
Yes.
She can work that baby, too. Look at her go.
Gorgeous in that hat.
No wonder she's an almighty trucker.
She is going to look the coolest in the Yankee and the Brit shirts that are on the way out the door.
She looks cool
Bit of a
anyways.
shameless plug there.
Very shameless.
Yes, sir. But you'll be sparkling down the road as you go.
She is quite the trucker, I'll say that. That's pretty cool what they did to her truck, too.
Yes.
I think that was awesome. And with that, let's give her the good old toot to the horn. And there she goes. Cheryl's gone like a cool breeze. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Network. Roseanne Cash, and that flat top box. Boondocks, Little Big Town, Yankee and the Brit. I think you guys are a little... You don't quite get what's going on here, I guess. The playlist is brought to you in part by Christine Lewis. Partly. Not all of it. Nobody said you couldn't request anything. It's just mostly songs that Christine picked. And Ken, we've asked you twice now what it was you wanted to hear and still haven't heard a reply. Are you okay? You alive? You didn't crash and burn or something, did you? Just thought we'd check. Just want to be sure everybody's okay. All kinds of shit goes on around us. Makes me nervous. All right. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Network. Anybody new popped in? Hi, Shannon. I never said hello to Shannon earlier, so I think I better make up for it now. Yes, that's right. What's that bald-headed pecker doing anyways? He trucking tonight? You guys trucking tonight, or are you sitting now? I thought I saw something earlier about you weren't gonna go as far as you said you were or something. I don't know. So, anyways, and of course Mr. Joe is here. Always nice to see Mr. Joe. Oh, I got that tune for you right here, Cheryl, so don't panic. I was getting to it. Yankee and the Brit, RTM Radio Network, 835. Brantley Gilbert, kick it in the dick, or kick it in the thick, or kick it in the sticks. Damn it. I knew I'd get it right eventually. Yankee and the Brit. Damn it. I got this awesome piece of coconut cream pie I picked up today. Really nice. Obviously slow baked, flaky crust. The flavor's great. But the size of this piece of fucking pie I paid $4 for. Are you serious? I saw the size of that pie that slice came out of. And if they're charging that much money for a slice of pie, they're getting about $30 for that pie. And I know it doesn't cost them that much to make a pie. So they're really robbing people over there. Come on. It's good. It's very good. But for that much money, I expect about twice that much.
It's probably the only decent thing to eat in Corby's then.
It about is anymore. I'm really not even just run out of eating there, I guess. But I just wanted something besides a friggin' rotten old bagged up donut off the shelf.
But you know, last time
and their fresh donuts are nasty looking.
Oh, I like those ones that are dead squidgy.
You would.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Last time I had a burger there.
A burger?
Like burger, I said. They like wiped some oil or grease or something on the burger bun. I thought, what weirdos? Why in the world would you wipe some grease or oil or something on my burger bun?
I tried to tell her a million times that they butter the top of the buns when they toast them because it gives it that nice brown glow.
Yeah, but they don't toast them. It's a soft bloody bun, so you've just got a big slap of...
It's America, and it's all about garbage, and if you're going to live here, you're going to eat it.
No.
God damn it, starve.
I tore the top of that bun off so I didn't have to eat it. What gross...
Tear the top off of this bun.
I will.
Now, on to the next subject over here. Ken, I had no idea that was a song even. And it's by Red Sovine. So that made it even worse. Because when you said Waylon and Willie Machine, I thought you meant you wanted to hear something from Waylon and Willie, meaning the Waylon and Willie Machine, the badass Waylon and Willie. They're a bad machine when they get together. You know, that kind of thing. Thought maybe where you were going. I don't know. But I didn't even know that was a song. So I have it here by Red Sovine, and we're going to play that SOB right now. Red Sovine, Waylon and Willie Machine from 1979. Oh, Neil McCord. Billy's got his beer goggles on. It was a pretty cool video, actually. I'd never seen it before. I'd heard the song, but I never saw the video. And I think it was a very young Rob Schneider and Jack Hanna in that video. Jack Hanna was sitting there with his couple different critters sitting on his shoulder. It was a pretty cool video, actually.
Hey, what we got here then?
Well, what have we got here then? This is I I don't know how we get into this. I have no clue what we're going to get into here.
I have no idea, too.
We're going to check it out anyways. We're going to see what the hell this is all about. Yanki and Brit, let's check it out.
Oh, let's do it now.
That was it?
And he wasn't really singing.
She said she got busted.
I just saw a naked Dave.
It was a video of Mr. Dave supposedly singing to
And
which one?
Tip
It On Back?
To Drunk on a Plane.
Oh, I didn't even hear that song.
No!
What the hell? You send the right video?
Maybe she was just trying to get pervy clips of Dave naked.
I guess. Go put some clothes on.
Yes,
You're scaring
Dave.
me over there. Oh, man. Stuff. Whatever. All right.
Tell you what, you get all sorts on this show. All sorts.
That's what I like about it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Country Friday night. No rock tonight. Yanki and the Brit, brought to you in part by Christine Lewis. And here's another song from that list of hers. The Dixie Chicks, You Were Mine. Well, you were at one time, anyways. Now, not so much.
I can't find you.
You gotta get me to the church so I can flush the commode. Yanki and the Brit, RTM Radio, 8:59, just about 9 o'clock, man. What's the weather doing where you are? It was supposed to rain here. Boy, what a disappointment. Again, like it has the last 3 or 4 weeks, the friggin' storms come right at bells, and they just go right around us and say, you don't need the rain.
You don't need no water.
Little bastard.
I was just posting up on Facebook earlier, the other day, when you park the truck under there, over there underneath the trees.
Should have left it there and left the windows down.
Yeah,
the birds could have shit in it, could have rained in it.
Never mind that. I was walking back from the truck to the cabin, and I nearly bloody lost my ankle down one of those bloody things.
Did you look inside the shop?
Days and days ago. Is it even
Oh,
worse?
look now.
Oh, no.
Walk back in there about 2 or 3 paces, and the friggin' ground is just like this. I mean, literally, you could put your foot in it probably. It's friggin' humongous, man. It's not even funny.
What we'll do is tomorrow we will take a picture of my foot inside the big hole.
Oh, it's I'm telling you, man, it's nasty, and we need that rain. And I just love the rain. I love the smell of the rain. It cools everything down. It makes it so nice to sit on the porch when it's raining. And they've been talking, oh, we got storms coming. Yes, sir.
Right.
50%, 60%, 70%. Bullshit, you lying little bastard.
Let's do this.
Still ain't learned to read their radar.
Don't take my picture.
I'm not.
I took 2 weeks vacation for the honeymoon. A couple tickets all inclusive down in Cancun. I couldn't get my money back, so I went 6, 7 days.
Louder, Mr. Dave.
I'm getting drunk on a plane. Don't.
Aww.
Busted.
Now I got empty many bottles on the train.
Go put some clothes on.
Can't take a picture of me in this.
I'm not taking a picture.
Dave's naked.
You're just too cute.
Dave, cute. My big toe is cuter than Dave. Shut up.
Got a little mile high flight attention.
Sing along. In the clouds.
I'm up so high, ain't never come down.
We all know why we're getting drunk on a plane.
I do this thing. You're not posting that.
I think you'll find she
That's
is.
a fucked up video. Rockin' like a
Oh, look at the cat. The cat had to photobomb the video. Cat, you're not going to take the attention from Dave's poor singing.
It's Mardi Gras up in the clouds. I'm up so high, I don't think Dave will ever come down. I'm trying to drown all the pain.
I'm getting drunk on the phone.
Look at the fat cat's fat arse. Dave getting some pussy.
There's that wicked guitar part.
Move, Nacho.
On my way home, I went
Look at the kitty.
first class.
Don't mind if I join in, do
That
you?
champagne right out of a real glass.
And when we land, I'll call her up and tell her
Kiss my ass.
You know why?
So hey,
I'm dumb on a plane.
buying drinks for everybody, but the pilot, it's a party at the fan 37.
Got a little mile high flight attention.
Some sexy lady pouring coke and whiskey, told her rub my mouth and ditching down my flight attention.
Looks like the Kiwi's not impressed.
I'm up so high.
They never come down.
I try anything to drown out the pain. They don't know why
I'm
Dave
getting
is drunk
dumb
on a plane.
Okay.
I'm a bee style,
Get her, Mr. Dave.
and the baggage claim.
Dave is drunk on a plane.
It's more than music. More than music. It's a state of mind.
Don't stop. Let's go.
It's a way of life. And there's nobody that throws down country better than this.
Welcome everybody.
On the RTM Radio Network.
Ricky Van Shelton. I think you're on to something there, Ken. They're just chucking about anything behind the fucking wheel anymore. Don't matter what it is. You've seen it, I've seen it. Don't matter where you live, what country you're in. It's run amok. It's every man for himself anymore.
I sometimes get annoyed when I see those people, and me and you've been talking about it recently, about how those people post up the T-shirts about I'm a trucker and I'm an arsehole, I'm a trucker and I'm this, I'm a
All
trucker.
negative. All negative.
And some of the trucker T-shirts that say I'm big and hard and I know where you live, or I know places where that I could bury you where no one would find you because I'm a trucker. I'm sorry, but that isn't what being a trucker's about, you know? It's just pathetic. I see those shirts and I think, why do people have such a big chip on their shoulders? I know you guys do an amazing, important job, but so do doctors and nurses, school teachers, even mothers do an amazing job.
You don't see doctors running around with T-shirts that say, I'm a doctor and I killed your son.
Not no more important than anyone else. You know, we're all as important as each other. Even if, even those people even the homeless people that walk down the street, you know, we're all as important as each other. And those bloody T-shirts that put yourselves across as being arseholes, and you guys wonder why you don't get very much respect. You wonder why people speak down to truckers and treat you like you're lower than you are. It's, you know, sometimes you guys don't make things easy for yourselves, you know. And I get so wound up when people post this shit on Facebook. You know, it's like you've got a big, huge chip on your shoulder when there's no need for it, you know. If you want respect, you have to give it as well, you know. It goes both ways.
Well, like I said earlier, you know, I mean, like the guy that I reported for going in the liquor store and taking his booze in the truck. I don't know if you heard that story, Ken. I don't know if you were here yet or not, but I had to turn the guy in. And I don't like doing that to anybody, you know. That's your job. It's your livelihood. But man, if you're going to paint a picture like that, I don't want you on the fucking road. I might be the guy you run over because you're drinking in a truck. I can't say he was drinking in a truck, but I know he took the bottle with him. I saw him pull in with the truck. I saw him walk in the liquor store. He came in where we were sitting, got his food. He left. We went out to take pictures of the truck, so I had a truck number. He was already gone. He went around the back of the building and left. He parked out back. I know he parked out back on purpose because the whole parking lot pretty much was empty. There was plenty of places for him to park out there, and most drivers would just pull up in some empty parking spaces like that and park, walk in the store, get their sandwich, and leave. Well, he went into the liquor store, and I told Donna the second I saw him walking into the liquor store, I said, I know why he parked his truck out back, so nobody would see him going in the liquor store. Well, wrong-o. And I just, I hate to do it, but damn it, I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. You guys want respect, you're going to have to earn your respect. Show everybody some courtesy. Stay out of the way. Stay in the right fucking lane. You don't have to drive the speed limit. Go with traffic. If they're going 80, go fucking 80, but keep some distance. Don't be up somebody's ass. I see so many of these fucking local drivers, man. They're insane. And around here, and I'm not a racist. I'm only racist against stupid. But this is what I see. I see a lot of Mexican drivers and a lot of black drivers. And there's also a few white, but not as many. And I don't want to take sides or anything. But I see these guys tailgating people at 75, 80 fucking miles an hour in these bucket trucks. One of these fucking days, man. And I'm just surprised there's not more accidents. I really am amazed by that there aren't more people getting smashed up. I get away from them, and I've told Don about this too. Don't ride beside a truck. I don't care what it is. Either speed up and get past him or slow down, let him go away, whatever. But don't ride beside him, because if they have a fucking blowout, you're doomed. And when I lived with Cinnamon, I told her the same thing, and I'll be goddamn, about 2 weeks later, she wasn't riding beside a truck, and she remembered I said not to ride beside him, and she started to take off, and the guy blew a fucking tire out right beside her. And luckily, it didn't come off the rim or anything, but scared the friggin' shit out of her. And she came home that day, and she says, I just found out why you told me not to ride along beside trucks. And, it's a shame you got to learn it the hard way, but it's just goddamn common sense. They're big and they're dangerous. And the guy might have all the control in the world on that truck, but that don't mean a steer tire goes out, and you're going that fast. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't stomp on that pedal and get a grip on that thing before you take your foot off the fuel, you're going to bite the dust. See it all the time around here. Dallas, constantly trucks crashing. Because guys just go too fast around the fucking overpasses and the get off and get on ramps. And a lot of them around here are guys tipping over going around these get off ramps because they're so sharp around here. They're old ramps, man. They were built years ago. They're just now getting some of the ramps made where you can go 60 and 70 miles an hour around these things. And then you get the people that get up, 50, 60, 80 feet in the air and they freak out and they do 30 miles an hour up these fucking 80 mile an hour ramps. And then you come up on them and you got to slam on the brakes to keep from running them over. Then next thing you know, you got a fucking traffic jam and nobody can merge into the speeding traffic that's down on the other road you're getting into. God damn, people, get your fucking heads out of your assholes. Think a little bit.
You see, Thomas has just wrote here. He says, I agree about the chip on the shoulders bit, but without trucks, the country stops. And I totally get that. I think you guys do an amazing job. And it can't be easy out there. I'm not sure how long I would be able to hack it out on the roads myself, So I totally appreciate and adore all of you for what you do. But even some of the women, they portray themselves as such arseholes when you're all gorgeous, amazing people. You don't even need to put yourselves across there. And then as soon as people get the back up about it, like me, it's like, well, without us, you wouldn't have anything. We're not trying to say that. It's just people I'm not saying you, Thomas. You come across as a really nice person in here, and I don't see you on Facebook, so I don't know what you're like in person, but I just wish people would stop putting themselves across as arseholes,
Ken says, when you drove, did you expect or ask for respect, or did you just drive your damn truck best you could because doing that made you feel good? I did it because it made me feel good, for one thing, and I was proud to be a driver. I loved it. I was very proud of it, especially for the first 15 years or so. Then over the last 5 years or so there, it just got to the point. It's like, what the fuck is the sense? The government's telling me everything I can do. They're, and this was when they were starting to come out with, electronic logbooks and you couldn't do this and you couldn't do that, and they just were starting to crack down on this parking on the off and on ramps and all the simple things that made it so easy, and all that shit was going to hell. And I don't fucking work well with authority. I'm a big boy. I'm grown up. I can control it. I can take care of it, and I'm be careful. I showed respect to everybody. I stayed in the right lane when I had to. And damn, coffee's killing me. I stayed in the right lane. You know, when I was going through intersections and stuff, I'd let 2 or 3 or 4 cars come out of there. If you're that goddamn in much of a friggin' hurry, you shouldn't be in a truck. It is not a job to be in a hurry over. It's a job. You're transporting something very important. You are very important. Why guys and girls don't look at themselves like that, I just don't understand. Use your signals. Change lanes carefully. You know, if you can't change lanes, slow down and make the traffic behind you slow down and wait till you get a chance. And somebody will let you over eventually. They always do. But everybody's portraying such a negative image about truckers.
They do,
and you can't expect to get respect because you're not given any respect.
And I can't think exactly what I want to say here. You know, I really struggle with my words. You know, it's like I know what I want to say in my head, but I just can't get the words out. I don't know. I get so frustrated. You know, if you.
Well, Ken says, you know, all you got to do is wait a minute. Whoops, wrong one. Moved on me already. We got to do this right for ourselves. Well, if you do it, you know, I'm still proud of the fact that I use my turn signals, even in my pickup now. I use my turn signals. I always stay in the right lanes. I turn into the right lanes. I don't just fucking go swinging across 3 and 4 fucking lanes. You know, when you make a left turn, if it's a single left turn lane, you stay in the lane closest to you when you're turning, you know. Then you put on your signal and you move over to the middle lane and the right lane, or from the left lane into the right lane, whatever. Do it. I'm proud of me, and I know I'm doing it right. So, you know, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. You know, I can imagine how many people, fucking assholes in the way, you know, what's this putting his turn signal on after turning the corner and getting over in this lane, blah, blah. I cut so many people off doing that. But you know what? I know I'm doing it right. And I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. I'm doing it right, and I feel good about it inside, whether it causes a fucking nightmare or not, you know. And, you know, this merging and yield, nobody knows the difference between them. When you get on a freeway, if it's a merge sign, you've got to get up to as close to traffic speed as possible so you can merge into traffic. If it's a yield sign, then you slow down, or you know, if you're, and check your mirrors. They're not options on your car. They're there for a reason. You know, when you're swinging out into that traffic, if you don't think you can fit in, you got to either slow down, stop, take the shoulder, whatever's necessary at that time. But you also have to look in your mirrors and your rearview mirror and make sure somebody's not going to drive up your ass if you have to stop. You got to know the difference. And if everybody knew the fucking difference and they would teach this goddamn shit to the kids in school, I don't think half of this shit would be a problem. We had driver's ed in school. We actually had simulators, and we drove during the day for class. We learned a lot of shit. And the teacher talked to us about how the signs work, you know, how the road system was built. And I'm talking back, you know, fucking 74. They were doing this shit, teaching you these things that you need to know. And now you need to know it more than ever, and nobody knows. Nobody has a friggin' clue. Yeah, and if you can't make it, go around a block or two. Do what you got to do. You know, if you can't, I see so many people, you know, oh, fuck, I want to turn here. And they just whip into the fucking lane that they need to be in, and they just cut everybody off. And I just can't imagine how nobody gets killed or smashed up. I don't get it. I don't know how it works. It's amazing. It's just got to be fate or God or whatever the hell it is. But something's looking over those people because I see it constantly, you know. Donna and I told this story before. We got pinched between 2 trucks. This fucking guy's coming down this ramp, and he's got his right signal on. It goes into 3 lanes. There was a flatbed in the left lane. There was us in the middle lane, and this other truck coming down off this ramp into this right lane. Well, they got ahead of me. I just eased off a little bit, and they got ahead of me. And I waited a second, and I watched the guy on the left, and he was just trucking right on down the left lane because you had to be in the left lane to merge onto 287. So I said, okay, you know, and I watched the guy on the right, and he's got his blinker on like he's going to go turn right, stay in that far right lane and go up around the ramp and go on.
So we committed to driving.
Well, so I thought, okay, good, it's good to go. So I stepped on the pedal, and this motherfucker in the right fucking lane with his right signal on swings left and pinches me between him and the other fucking truck. And as soon as I saw him coming over, man, I just fucking hammered that bitch. And thank God for that big fucking motor that got us fucking out of the way. And that's why I like a truck that gets up and goes. Got us out of there. We clipped the fucking truck on the left. We clipped his front wheel. And the lug nuts on his fucking tire left a gouge in the rear quarter panel on my bed. But thank God I got out of there when I was paying attention and saw it coming. Or we'd have been fucking dead, all of us. We'd have all been in a big fucking pileup. That son of a bitch didn't even fucking look for us or see us or anything because I was watching him. You can see him in the mirror, you know. And that's something else. I always stay over to the left a little bit or to the right if you're in slow traffic or you're cruising or something. I make sure that driver can see me before I pass him or go around him or whatever I'm going to do. And you know what? I hardly ever see any of you guys looking in the goddamn rearview mirrors. I swear to God, that's what those fucking things are there for. You got fisheye mirrors you should have on there to check your blind spots. There's all kinds of things you should be doing, and fucking nobody does it. And it just pisses me off that they don't have respect for what they're doing. Show some respect, you'll get some respect. Just doesn't get any fucking easier than that. And I don't know what part of that concept is so hard for anybody to follow, you know?
That's
and
not
like Donna
just
said,
lorries.
like Donna was saying about these T-shirts, it's fucking ridiculous. You know, I'm a bad, you know, and fingers being flipped up by skeletons and all these nasty things people got to say that I'm a big bad truck driver. Well, you're not a big bad truck driver, you know? And if you fuck up, you'll be a dead truck driver or a murderer or whatever, and you will pay the price. That's how it goes today. It's the government runs your ass, man. They fucking own you. And if you're going to stay in that goddamn truck and that's going to be your living and your career, you better get a grip. And if it's not going to be your career, get out. Get out now and go find something to do, you know? Live in your mirrors or die on the road.
Too many people online are also complaining about the trucking jobs, you know. If you don't like it, then, you know, that's... If you signed a contract, then that's what you signed up to, you know. If you don't like the wages, that is exactly what you signed up to.
And I learned a lot.
You know, you miss people's lives, you miss people's birthdays, you miss your family. If you don't like it, you shouldn't have signed up for that job. It's not nice, admittedly. It must be horrible that you have to miss your children's birthdays or whoever's birthday, your parents' birthdays. You know, I'm sure you miss quite a bit. But,
all right,
you know, it's what you sign up for.
Cheryl, don't be the media here. You know, open your mind up a little bit. Don't be pinning me down to exactly what I say. You know damn well what I mean. I don't mean every single driver out there, and I'm not talking to you if you know you're the one not doing that kind of thing. You know, see how defensive she is? That's not true. That nobody does it. I'm always in my mirrors. That's not what I'm saying.
Cars are just as bad. They are just as much.
I'm not saying that. I'm not pointing fingers at every single individual, and anybody with a brain knows that. But you know, the majority are like that. You know, there's always the good guy. That goes for anything, whether you're cops or robbers or Mexican or white or black or whatever. There's good ones, there's bad ones. But there's the majority that does this, the majority that does that, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, don't pin me down to my words exactly. Come on, open up a little bit here and realize that I'm talking overall in general. I can't even believe I even have to explain something like that. You know, you make me sound like Trump. Well, I'm not doing that. Just because I said it doesn't mean it's you exactly. You know, I would have used your name and said, Cheryl, you're doing this and you're doing that. Stop doing it. That's not it. So, you know, but it's just ridiculous. You want respect? Give some respect. You want people to like you? Start saying nice things on T-shirts. I'm working on a pro driver series, I think I called it or something, where I'm going to try to make a bunch of shirts that say nice things. I'm a professional truck driver, you know, and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm here to help you and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I better be lucky if I even sell one fucking shirt. But I'm going to, as soon as I can, I'm going to get them all made up and stick them out there. And if somebody wants them, they're there. If you're proud of what you do, you'll buy one. You know? If not, keep buying your fucking skeletons, flipping people off, and all these ridiculous shirts.
That is exactly what you need to do. You need to be just proud of what you do. Whether it's a truck driver or a nurse or a doctor or doing what me and Randy do. You know, you've got to be proud of what you do.
Man, that coffee is kicking my ass big time over here. Yeah, man. Time for a Tums. I guess I'm going to have to quit drinking it.
Car drivers are just as bad, you know.
They're terrible. Are you kidding me?
I took a picture last week of a girl on her phone, you know, and I was watching her for about 10 seconds, and she was looking down at her phone. She didn't even know that I was looking at her. She didn't even know that I took a picture. And there was a truck driver that was doing the same, you know. I pull faces sometimes. If I see a truck driver look over at me, I'll pull faces, don't I? Half the time, they don't even know you're pulling faces at them because they're just too busy looking down at the bloody phones.
Yeah, so obviously you know they're not looking out the window. They're not checking out the seat covers. They're not looking around or looking in their mirrors or seeing anything that's going around. They're fucking around with that phone. And I don't care if you're a truck driver or not, and I still don't buy it. That hands-free shit is bullshit because you have to concentrate on your phone conversation. You know, pull over. Find a pickle park to pull into. Go to the fuel stop. Pull over along the shoulder. I'm sure, and I can't believe that a lot of cops would fucking write you a ticket if you stopped and said, you know what, I had to call dispatch. They needed me to call right now. Or tell them, you know, well, somebody called me and said my mom was sick or whatever, you know, and you just had to stop and make a call and tell them. You know, it was safer for me to pull over and stop. There's so many wide spots in the roads where you can pull over and stop. And if you're on the phone and you explain that to a cop and he gives you a lot of grief, then there is a problem with the cops because, you know, stopping and using your phone is a much better option. But everybody's in such a hurry, hot load, hot load. Everybody that's ever driven a truck knows there's no such thing as a hot fucking load. You're going to get there and they're going to tell you, we can't unload you till tomorrow. Screw all that shit. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, I just get so wound up with all that crap. You know, it's not about the speed, Sandy. I don't think it's about the speed at all. I mean, like around Dallas and around the Metroplex anywhere, we all run 75, 80 miles an hour. Like out here on 82, speed limit's 75. People go out there 80, 85 miles an hour. Most of the cops, you know, unless you're really being an idiot, they run right along with you. It makes sense. Move with the traffic. Whatever the traffic's doing, that's what you do. It's like a traffic jam. They're going 3 miles an hour. You can only go 3 miles an hour. They're going 80, go 80. You know, you can't obstruct traffic because then you're just as bad as the guy that's going way too fast. You know, everything's got to flow. And it would flow if people pay attention. But I just don't understand. You know, you get people out here 80-mile-an-hour road going 55. You know what kind of nightmare that is? You know what kind of shit that causes? It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, and when the bloody when they're on the phones and they're slowing down and speeding up, slow down, speed up, that drives us up the wall. You know, doesn't it? When
it's
you're
just
slowing
it's
down
all fucking bullshit. People are fucking insane.
Bastards.
But you know, like I said, you're not going to get respect if you don't give some. So, you know, slow down. Let the four-wheelers go. Let them do their thing, man. Get them out of your fucking way so you can work.
And respect other people's lives. Do you know? The other day, we was going down the road and we was going through Dallas, and you know, we hate driving through Dallas, but you know, when people are texting and stuff on the phones, you know, it's like total lack of respect for other people's lives. You know, they're driving pretty much a killing machine, you know, and they don't even give a shit that they've got other people's lives in their hands, you know.
Moms with little kids strapped in the back seat,
yeah,
fucking around with a phone.
That they could run someone off the friggin' road. I mean, we've had someone run us off the bloody road, haven't we?
That's fucking, yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
Crazy bastards.
Well, we've had our rant. Let's move.
Yes.
I feel better. By request from Sandy, Copperhead Road, Steeler. Oh, gotta bring her to a stop, man. Gear down, hit that Jake, back off. Time to get out of here.
And then we'll watch some Doctor Who and get laid.
I had no idea we were out of time, man. I was having a good time over
3
here.
whole hours.
But tomorrow night, we're going to do it all again. Another night of country, man. Saturday country, just like always.
Thank you, Dave, for calling in.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. It's great to have you all jamming with us.
At you personally. We were just talking about the attitudes and things of the way people are today.
That's right. But we got to get out of here now, man.
We are
We're
gone.
running out of time.
We are out of here.
Love you guys to the moon and back. You're too much, man. Thanks for jamming with us. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, everybody, for having a chat. We'll see you, Joe and Christine and Sherry and Sandy and blah, 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 and on down the list. All y'all. Be good.
All y'all.
You crack me up when you try to do that shit. All right.
Y'all have a good night.
Say good night, Donna.
Night, Donna.
The stinky and the poopy, delirious and goofy, they're all together rookie, the Yankee and the Brit. The show is a disaster when random man's a bastard. They really are haphazard, the Yankee and the Brit.
Stinky feet.
Sweaty meat.
A veg that's neat.
So Donna's got no panties on, and with the chicken colon, she'd love to have a hard on, the Yankee and the Brit. So join us when the show's on, and Donna has a strap on, 'cause Randy's got a rant on, the Yankee and the Brit.
Stinky feet.
Oh, sweaty meat.
A veg that's neat.
You're listening to the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM radio network. You heard me, goddammit? You understand what I'm saying to you?